how these two things can supersize your business. Are you using them yet? Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Let's talk about it today for supersizing and building and growing our business. These two things are trust and mutual respect. To give a couple of examples of how you can show trust and mutual respect in your organization, I'll give 5 examples because I think we all know them, but do we always think about them? And do we do these things on a regular basis to make the culture in our business healthier, to treat people the way we want to be treated, and to treat both people inside our organization and outside of our organization the way we want to be treated in order to grow and build and supersize our business, because it can truly give us a competitive advantage. Because there's a lot of businesses out there that don't do these things. So if you just do them, build them into your organization automatically, which is probably just good human behavior anyway, you will have an advantage over anybody else you might compete with directly or indirectly. So what are some examples of how you can show trust and mutual respect in your organization? Number 1, keeping confidences. I had a situation where I was talking to one of my salesmen back when I had an Italian food manufacturing business. And lo and behold, about 2 days later, I heard back from another one of his customers exactly what I had talked to him about, which I had asked him to keep in confidence. So do you think I trusted that salesman from then on? No, I didn't. And I was very delighted. I was very careful from then on what I ever said to him or shared with him, as well as I was delighted when he was replaced by someone else, because I knew that he wasn't trustworthy, that he wouldn't keep a confidence, and that he was just a gossip like a lot of other people are in the world, and that it meant he couldn't be trusted. So keep confidences. If somebody tells you something in confidence, you say you're not going to tell anybody, you just don't tell anybody. That's an example of keeping our word to other people. Number 2, respecting boundaries. We all have boundaries, or we should have boundaries. One of the things I do often is I share expectations, and I have people share expectations with me, no matter what our relationship is, right? Both in personal and professional setting, because I want us to be really clear on where our lines in the sand are, what's important to us, what our boundaries are. When you recognize, ask, and care about someone's boundaries, it shows that you value their needs as much as you value your own. Business to me is not about somebody wins and somebody loses. That's why I hate to talk about the competition, because if we're doing the best we can and being uniquely our business and ourselves, we don't have to worry about any competition, because the people that we're here to serve are the people that will find us and that we will find and serve. But we also have to respect boundaries of one another and make sure that we're communicating the value and the needs that we have, and then honoring those for one another. Following through on promises. This is a biggie to me. I learned in my corporate career that you could stand out remarkably by just doing what you said you were going to do and by following through on your promises. I used to walk around with these little blue notebooks. My last job in corporate America, I did this and I got really consistent about it because I had a lot of responsibility, a lot of people that counted on me to do the things that I said I would do or put them in motion, because I interacted with all the different organizations and all the different parts of that business. And so I would walk around with these little blue notebooks, and whenever I needed to do something or needed to note something, I wrote it down in the notebook and I put a little checkbox, a little square in front of it. And at the end of each day, I would look through my notebook and make sure that I had a check on everything that I said I was going to do, so I made sure I was consistent. Was it easy to do? Yeah, it only took me about 2 days to form the habit of doing that. And that literally skyrocketed my career and my ability to succeed in that organization. I got a promotion in 3 months and ended up with an entire function of a multi-$100-million company, because I was consistent. People could count on me. They knew I would do what I said I was going to do, and that I would follow through and I would do those things, and they got done. And more got done in 3 months than had gotten done in about 3 years or 30 years with that organization in those functions that I ran in that business. And so that really helped me. And I wasn't thinking of it as a competitive advantage. I personally was thinking of it as, how can I do my job best? And that was a little trick that I learned and implemented pretty early on that really, really helped my career. Communicating honestly, even when it's hard. Say that person around the water cooler, I don't know if I shared this example, shares a confidence of yours that you didn't want other people to know. And you honestly and kindly express to them how it made you feel. You're not beating them up, you're not blaming them, you're just saying, hey, it hurt my feelings when you shared my secret with everybody around the water cooler. Why? Because that honest feedback, when respectfully given, deepens a relationship and shows that you care about the other person enough to give them that feedback. Will everybody respond to it? Absolutely not. But will the people that matter and should matter in your life respond to it? Yes. 5, supporting each other's growth. Say your business partner comes to you and says, hey, I really want to explore AI. I want to take a course or learn something about AI to implement in our business. And you support that by giving them the time that they need to do that, because you know it's going to be good for them and it will probably be good for your business as well. So today for the Be a Better You annual challenge, we're taking this a step further and we are doing an action step, because every day we take action and we do something, we do some kind of an actual thing to support the lesson that we're learning in that day of the challenge. So today we're talking about mutual respect and trust in the challenge. So we're picking one relationship, and I challenge you to do this too. Pick one relationship, any relationship you want, and then ask yourself these 3 questions. Number 1, when have I shown trust to this person? Number 2, how have I demonstrated respect for their needs and opinions? And number 3, where might I have fallen short? Guess what? We all fall short sometimes, right? And then to take it even further, our action step is to contact that person or send them a text or a message or leave them a voicemail. You don't have to talk to them personally, and just thank them for something that you respect and trust about them, some way that they've shown you trust that you really, really appreciate. And then if you want to go a step further, ask them if there's any way that you can help them to improve the trust and mutual respect in your relationship. This goes really, really far with customers as well as with suppliers, vendors, other people you interact with, internal customers in your organization as well. I always like to think of everyone in the organization as, depending on your role, if you're the CEO, everybody in the organization is actually your customer, because your job, your role is to help support them to do what they need to do to help your business grow and build and supersize. So that's our topic for today. Love to know your take on trust and mutual respect. Share in the comments below so we can learn from one another. Don't feel bad about sharing where you've struggled with this as well, because I don't know about you, but I learn way more from my mistakes than I ever learned from the things that go right in the first place. Have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.